How are you?
I'm doing very well this morning, and how are you?
I'm doing very well myself.
You looked well when I saw you this past weekend at Oprah's house for the Obama fundraiser.
Thank you. I think you look president.
And I'm glad to see you supporting Barack Obama, as I am too. Are you telling your flock to vote for Obama?
Well, actually, I was supporting him privately, and I went to Oprah's. I was invited there before my incident occurred to personally meet him. And so I'm announcing for the first time on your show that I, as recently as yesterday, have been asked to join the rest of his campaign throughout 2008 until the election. So I will be actually traveling with him, being one of the spokespersons on his campaign trail.
Okay,
So
all right.
I am definitely in support of him. And I think one of the things that impressed me the most is that, you know, whenever you find a president that goes after particular issues and particular subjects, instead of going after the heart of America at large and bringing social equality to the point that he's concentrating on the issues that affect everybody. You know, many times you hear presidents say, we're going after this, and we're going after that, and we're going after this. But when you look at the fact that we are still basic Americans, and when you look at, you know, health insurance and education and things that affect us at large, no matter what race, nationality, religious creed you are, it just makes sense that now we are after getting America back.
All right.
And high and low issues. So I was very impressed.
Prophetess Juanita Bynum for Barack Obama.
And you can verify that Tom Joyner was there at the event, right?
Tom Joyner was there, and Tom was there, and Tom looked very handsome, and we were all taking pictures with Oprah, and it was a wonderful event. I stood in his
Prophetess, don't mind.
We're just checking, because
They
you're
ride
giving us
me
more
all the
information every time somebody else was there, you know.
He was there, and he hugged me so much.
Yes, but Prophetess, we got other things to worry about. All right, now I understand that you're talking to attorneys, and there's a limited amount of information you can give about the incident. But what can you tell us about the incident?
Well, one of the things that I wanted to say is that you were playing a song while I was on hold right before you guys picked up, and I think the young lady was saying something about, you know, choosing between you and me, and I choose me because I really do choose love.
Oh, to me a song, me.
Yeah. When I started thinking about the incident, we all do know this, is that nothing happened as an isolated incident. And I think that I was asked to one publication was doing some interviews and some mainstream people, and they were saying to me, is there any way possible that you can just not say anything to anybody, you know, for the next 8 weeks, you know, because we really want to make this story very, very prominent. And I said that I really kind of felt like that if I did that, you know, there would be so many women that would possibly die and really be hurt, and not understanding that when you look at the situation, you can't just minimize what you're going through, and you can't minimize it to the degree that you tolerate any substance of any kind of abuse, period.
Well, you've always been an outspoken person about spousal abuse. The question is, because you have been in spousal abusive relationships, how could you get back into another relationship of spousal abuse, knowing what you have already experienced?
Well, I think it comes down to what I said the other day on TVN, that, you know, I told somebody the other day that I think that I even want to take some classes this time, and I looking at it as a social contribution, to find out myself. Because I think that we as women, we're looking for love, and we're looking for, that person that, that's going to love us unconditionally. And Tom, I have to say this in my situation, because of what God has called me to do, there was just some certain words that I heard that triggered me to enter into a relationship, but yet not really seeing the whole scope of the relationship.
It seems to be common for women to go from one bad relationship to the other.
I think that it is because I think that commonness is a part of them not understanding that what they're looking for, they have to first find in themselves.
Is that your situation too?
That is my situation too.
How many abusive relationships have you been in?
Well, my first marriage had verbal abuse and a little bit of pushing and shoving, but I have never been into a relationship like this one where there was abuse involved.
What do you think triggers a man to hit a woman?
I really don't know, Tom, and I think that it's twofold from both parties. There are things that may trigger a man to hit a woman, but I also would have to ask myself, what is it that is in us as women that would allow it? And I think that's what my focus is now. My focus is not trying to find out what is wrong with Bishop Weeks, or why did he hit me, or why did he do what he did.
Was this the first time?
Was this the first time?
I wanted to say that.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I wanted to, that can't be my focus. And the only reason why, guys, I interrupt you is because there are women that are listening right now that are saying, well, they're putting on our energy in he did and what he did and what he did. And I think, I always say this, the person that grabs you during the conception of your trial will determine how you come out of that trial. And I had some wonderful people to grab a hold to me, to center me back to me. I don't have the energy to sit and wonder what Bishop Weeks is doing and why he did it and why this happened, where he's concerned. I have to now turn into myself and find out, what is it in me that, number one, allowed it, and number two, where was I on my way in my future in the midst of all of this? And so many women get stuck in the pain of it happened and he hit me and he did this, and they never move on to the next level in life. And I think that's where I am now.
Can you answer those questions after I go to break and come back? Can you answer those questions about what is in you that makes you and other women go from one relationship to the other, and it's just as abusive? I've got to go to break, and I'm hoping that you'll have more time to talk.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go to break right now.
Okay.
And when we come back, more conversation with Prophetess Juanita Bynum, and the first number to cash call at the top of the hour. Right now it's 2 minutes